heart and soul of Spice Mass at the Grenadian Traditional Mass Festival on Saturday, July 27th at Hero Square, Victoria in St. Mark. Join us from 3 p.m. and witness the spectacular cultural display of the various traditional mass bands such as Vehicle, Shortney, While in there, Jab Jab, and Maypole dancers with vibrant costumes, infectious music, and unforgettable cultural tradition. Bring your family and friends to enjoy an afternoon filled with excitement and heritage. Your presence is not just a visit, but a contribution to the preservation of our rich Grenadian culture. The Traditional Mass Festival, commencing 3 p.m. Hero Square, St. Mark's. See you there. Saturday, 27
Today we go mash it up. 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 You can't stop yourself, you can't move the unmovable. You can't move the unmovable. You can't break the unbreakable. You can't break the unbreakable.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And of course, welcome to another edition of the Wake Up Club. It is a fantastic Friday. We're happy to have you here. As I always say, I don't take you for granted. I know you have options. And speaking of gratitude, you know I like to start the program with giving and showing gratitude. So this morning, what I'm grateful for, first of all, is the breath of life. Another day to become a better version of myself. And as I say, I always encourage you guys, the first thing to do when you wake up in the morning is to show gratitude. I don't care whether it's Allah, whether it's Krishna, whether it's Papa God, whoever it is that you give reverence to, make sure that you're showing gratitude. I'm also grateful for friendship. Yes, grateful for friendship. Sometimes, you know, as we grow up going through life, even from primary school and secondary school, we think that some of the people in our friendship group will be our friends for our entire life. As you grow older and you mature, you realize that that is not the case. You know, sometimes later in your life or at different periods in your life, you meet people who you can embrace as friends and true friends. And let me tell you something, you don't need 10 and 20, you know. If you're lucky to have one or two, be grateful for it. I am also grateful for opportunity. Always grateful for opportunity. Opportunities come every day. I am also grateful for time, because time heals all wounds. And of course, if you sit quiet enough, time also brings the truth with it. I'm also grateful for forgiveness. Yes, that I'm able to forgive myself and to forgive others when they trespass, when they betray. I am just happy for time, knowledge, and the breath of life. And I hope that you are also showing gratitude for the things that you are grateful for. I want to welcome you again to the Wake Up Club. Listen, we're in the carnival season, so we're going to be talking carnival. We're going to be talking all kind of things. And of course, yes, there's the segment, What Irks Kirk, and that's coming up next. But let me tell you something. This morning, I am speaking with a king. You know, I'm going to be speaking with royalty. And I'm going to tell you who that is just now. You know, consistent, legendary, you know, a signature voice. And forget all about the music. It is the personality and the human element of this person that adds all the greatness to who he is. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about what irks Kirk. We'll be right back.
Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersabike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.
Welcome back, folk. And of course, before I even get into what irks Kirk, let me just extend congratulations to the artists that would have made it to the finals in the Groovy. And I think we're going to have a phenomenal Groovy competition. We're talking about Dash, Terra the Governor, Juice, Otis, Shamak, Jerrington, Super Flying Flint, Two Blacks, Rooney J, Blacker Dan, and of course Walkie Dan. I want to congratulate you guys on making it to the finals. Listen, Groovy is alive and Groovy has so much potential. I'm listening some of the music that we just love and really appreciate, because it's not all of us had the energy to walk up ourselves, but we go talk about that. So I want to extend congratulations to these artists for making it. And I also want to do some housekeeping. SMC would like all you to desist, okay, from streaming their streams, from restreaming their streams on Facebook and other platforms. Now, I was with all you in the beginning, the prelims, to me, all of us should see the prelims for free. But when it comes to the semis, all you buy a ticket now, it ain't that expensive to go. And stop restreaming the people thing. Every year they have to tell all you the same thing. Now I know you love the culture. I know you want to see what's going on. But then people asking you, please, don't restream the thing now, please. Pay for your stream, invite your friends over, make it a line, be creative about it. All you have big screen TV in all your house. So have a party. You buy the stream and invite people, and all you have all your drinks, all your food, all your fete. You could have your own party in your house, but don't restream them people thing on Facebook now, please. Please, I begging all you. Listen, let me tell you what irks me. Okay, and I've spoken about it before, but I feel the need to speak about it again. Now, let me tell all you something. I am my own PR agent. Okay? I'm not hired by you to share your perspective unless you call me and you say, Kirk, this is my view on something. I have my own view, okay? We all have our opinions. They're often the result of experience or personal experiences, knowledge, our values, and often our upbringing or personal upbringing. That's how we form our opinions. Now, my opinion based on my upbringing, my values, the knowledge I have and my experience may be completely different from yours, but it is my opinion, okay? And I am only able to share my opinion, okay? Now, some of you got upset about what I said on Tuesday, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. One of my good friends, Preston, even mentioned it, that I just have mantrums, okay? Now, I don't have mantrums. This is a platform for me to share what irks me. But we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful that we understand that everybody has their own opinion. Now, if your opinion different from me, you have a platform too. It's called Facebook. You go and share your opinion. When I shared my opinion, I didn't beat up on you and criticize you. I shared my opinion. It seems like we're living in a world now where everybody must listen and hear your opinion, but you don't want to hear the next person's opinion. Or you want to be respected, but you don't want to respect the other person's side. We're going down a wrong hole, Now I know, okay? I see it when I travel the road, when I'm in the mall. Often, some of us are nurtured without being able to have a voice. You're talking too much. You're too inquisitive. Why are you talking about that? Stop asking so much questions. Yeah, parents do that to us. So now some of us have a voice. And a voice the world can hear. It's called Facebook. Okay? The good thing about it is that you're just not running your mouth. You could sit down and think about your opinion before you post it. You could Google it. You could even use AI to help you enhance your opinion. Your opinion is yours. And the same way I want you to respect my opinion, I respect yours. That's why I don't get in any TV over another person's opinion of what I have said. I don't. Because we must agree to disagree agreeably. We must. Some of you support the NNP. Some of you support the NDC. But both all you like to go to the beach. Both all you like oil down. Both all you like sweet soca music and sweet groovy music. Both all you like to wine on Monday and Tuesday on the road. So let we celebrate the things we have that we have in common and not just look for the one thing that we could disagree on to make bacchanal. Because bacchanal does seem to grow, you know. We have a lot of people always in the ears telling us something. Okay? Like for example, my very good friend Preston. Now I don't have to justify nothing because I never grew up bad talking people. I just keep my opinion to myself. Okay? I may have my opinion, but my very good friend. So he would have put up his post, everybody calling me to tell me something. Like I supposed to vex with Preston. I can't vex with Preston. The same way I have my opinion, he has his opinion. And if he have an opinion of me that's negative, I don't have to make bacchanal about it. I supposed to listen to it or try to interpret it and see if I find any validity in it or if there's a lesson in it that I could learn, because sometimes we don't understand that we think people see us a certain way, but sometimes we ain't really seeing clear, you know. But you know what happens? Everything that person posts now, somebody calling you. President posts something about somebody fat. I am not the only fat person in Grenada, so it doesn't necessarily have to be me. So let we agree to disagree now, people. Let we agree to disagree. We have to, in order to get along, because everybody else is beat the confusion, and two are we good, you know. And we go talk about that. It happens in the soca world as well. All I'm asking you people this morning is to respect each other's opinion. Okay? The same way you want your opinion respected and heard, respect other people's opinions. Respect other people's ideas. You don't have to agree with it, but you don't have to go and try to prove them wrong. You know, maybe have a lot of unemployment in the country because people have too much time. Or maybe bosses not monitoring their staff because they on social media whole day making bacchanal. I don't know what it is, but you ain't gonna get it from me. Okay? If Preston feel they need to go and make a post because I say this, I ain't say nothing bad about him, that's okay too. Maybe we might have a Cardi B and Nicki Minaj element where all they go start to follow us more to see if there's bacchanal. I don't know. I jamming with the time. Anyhow, we're taking a quick break right now, and when we come back, we're speaking to a king royalty, somebody that I have immense respect for, not only for their craft and the talent, but because of the type of human being he is. Let me tell you something. The type of human being he is makes him a king before all them crowns that he win. We'll be speaking to the one and only Dingan Henry, you know, better known as Little Nati. We take a quick break and we'll be right back. Folk, welcome back, and of course you tuned into the Wake Up Club, and I'm going to be chatting with the man himself, Nati. Nati, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me
Listen,
on the program.
It's a pleasure. Let me tell you something, okay? And I speaking about this from the heart. What I respect most about you, and I could say it, is that you're a good human being first, before you're a celebrity, before you're an artist, before you're all of them things. You know, so I want to make sure I give my respect to you. Okay?
Yeah.
Because often in the art form, you are one of the people that have always embraced me, respect me, despite our differences. Okay? I could talk to you about anything. You could push ideas my side, and I respect that. When you see human, a great human element. So welcome to the program, man.
Thank you so much again. You know what I mean? I feel honored when I hear you speak on that part, you know what I mean?
Nah, listen, you gotta give people, listen. In the world we live in right now, partner, when you meet good people, you have to recognize good people. But listen, is your season. Is your season. It's
That is the
what
time.
you do. How are you feeling about the season so far?
Well, to me, it's a good vibe with the season where we the artists and them getting a chance to showcase themselves, because I think all this news about the carnival that shut down, this, that, and whatever. You know what I mean? I feel honored to be in the hotter carnival, and we having carnival, you know what I mean? But the season itself, I think we are a little bit slower this time, you know? Yeah, the season a little bit slower this year in terms of picking up, in terms of fets, you know? Yeah.
No, but listen, I feel good after that groovy last night. You know,
Yeah,
for the
I think
first time.
competition this year, I think I miss competition. I personally miss competition this year. You know what I mean? Yeah. I
But
watch the
listen,
groovy.
but listen,
No, go ahead.
you guys been out of competition. Okay? But let me say this before before you answer why. Okay? Because here's what I like about it. Regardless of whether you guys in competition or not, you're producing fantastic music every year.
Music.
Why is the decision to stay out of competition?
The competition part wasn't basically on the money part. It was basically trying to showcase the action band, which is our band, Nati and Thunder band, on the biggest night of Grenada Carnival, so that we could give everybody an opportunity to go outside, and you know what I mean. And we didn't come to the conclusion with it, so that was the problem right there. If you understand what I mean, I just wanted our band to be showcased on that platform, and that fantastic Friday, instead of just the police band alone. And we didn't meet we didn't meet on that. We didn't try time conclude,
You didn't get to agree on that. So let me tell me about the action band, because you just tell me something there. Now I know you guys performing with the police band. So tell me, you guys have a band now, it's called the Action Band. Tell me about
Action band. So the Action Band is the actual band for Wasway's team. That's the band who play for us in Wasfet. We traveled together before. We did Aruba, we did a few places, you know. And then it's hard for us to for the band to move from Grenada, knowing that they're not showcased on the highest level of the events. They were not showcased on with the streaming is, with the people the promoters coming in, the foreign promoters, the investor. We're not on these platforms. So even Boise has a band too, but we're not showcased on the high ends, you know. So it's hard to say, all right, I want to travel with my band, to raise your price, to do certain things. It's a real tough thing, you know, in terms of the band movement.
Yeah, but for competition, remember you have numerous artists. I could understand. I don't know how to make it work because I haven't wrapped my head around it, because there might be a way to make it work. But that interchange in a band on stage could
be a problem. But you see, what we might be able to do is give artists a preference. All right, you want to sing with Bad Squad band, you want to sing with Action band, you want to sing with Police band. We give them a preference in terms of who you want to sing with. It's not too much people on the night anyway. I've seen Marshall band interchange with Kess. I've seen Blacks band interchange with Kess or with Marshall, and with Bungie, the Vikings. You know, it could happen, but I just think we never put our mind to it in terms of trying to move. We don't see that part. We're not seeing the artist and the people in charge, not seeing that part of it.
Yeah, because it happens with Calypso. There are several band changes, you know, and based on which tent you're from, that's when you sing. So it is possible to get it done. But I
Definitely.
believe that the competition, the conversation need to start at least an entire year before.
Yeah, I think I've been trying 2 years now. So if they only had put us in, like, say, if we only meet and agree on it, I would have been in competition last year, maybe this year too.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I just want to make sure that everybody get a fair opportunity then. And not only Nati and Thunder. If we win, we travel, and if we win with the band, I know the whole band is going to tour. If you understand what I mean.
Listen, and most of the artists that are blazing the trail out there, you're talking the Marshalls and the Kess and so forth. And let me tell you something, I never think their music better than ours, because they always gravitate to us. I think we have the best soca in the world. Undoubtedly, the best soca monarch.
I won't go against that ever. You know what I mean? Straight up.
But the greatness with them is that when they travel with their band.
Definitely. You see, the band, when you travel with your band, you have a more easier way, and it creates an opportunity for you to build songs on the international market then.
Okay.
You know, because not only the DJs a DJ mightn't just come and just say, all right, I love this song and I want to play. You might be able to sing something with the band, and then they say, oh, this is nice. Because you might be able to bring it out better with the band. You know what I mean? Yeah. You create an opportunity.
You're doing it
to
live,
raise your price. Yeah.
You're able to improv. You ain't just listening to a track that the DJ could only reel back.
Yeah, definitely.
You're able to slow the tempo. You're able to feel the energy of the crowd better.
Yeah, you'll be able to entertain more, to be a better you know, on the stage, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So definitely for 2024, what music is out there?
Well, actually we have a lot of great music right now. I want the people local for, so we have groove. We have a new groove called So in Love. Carnival groove. It's really a nice one. I think we have lyrical. It's basically the rhythm is my rhythm. It was built in the Bahamas, you know, by Benji, big up Benji Beats. We had lyrical on it and Afrodavi and Chum. People say there's a good change for them too. You know, they didn't expect that from us, but it come out and it doing good. We have combination with we try to put something with Jamaica, so we and Charlie Blacks, which is a nice combination too. We have Power Soca that we was going to take part in competition with, that we released anyway. You know, I mean, we're not going to hold back music, because music is something you can. I think you could hold back music. It's bigger than us anyway. So we have the competition type too. We have the competition type of music outside too. I mean, I want everybody to go and look for Little Nati and Thunder, look for the worst ways. And not only us alone, but you can look up all the artists from Grenadian and enjoy we kind of music and see where we at, see with space. Oh yeah, this is me. Yes.
I see Junior put up a little clip there.
Yeah, and it's really nice. It's kind of animated too, so you're gonna like that. They're gonna like this.
Well, people definitely need to tune in. But you see, I like the direction you guys are taking, because remember, the competition is one thing, but the business in music is touring throughout the year. So it is important, whether it's competition or not, to produce and put out great music.
Great music. And next thing again, right, is we I think in Grenada we do music too seasonal.
Okay.
Especially soca. Soca music is no more seasonal music. It's not seasonal again. I think we have a carnival almost every month, sometimes 2 carnivals a month. And so we supposed to be circling around every carnival. We find out which carnivals are. We try to see if we could get involved. So after Grenada Carnival, like, we know where we're going to be Notting Hill. We know we're going to be, what they call this, Labor Day. Then from Labor Day, you go to Tobago. From Tobago, it's just going wrong. It's moving. So I think we get a greater opportunity to release more music now and better music now. That is it right there. Yeah.
Now listen, I am friends with the family, okay? I'm friends with the wife, and I know you're touring all over the world. What is that magic that keeps you booked?
Well, you see, follow through. Follow through is a big thing in life. You know, you need to follow through in life. Loyalty keeps you book too. I mean, that will keep. Not every time you might have a song that they might want to hear, but you might have a promoter that you might have a follow through, or you keep. So they might just keep you too. So it always have that thing, and then good music gonna always make you go outside. Good music, networking. Networking is gonna always keep you outside. That part about with the business part that he was talking. So in terms of having booking agents, and these are the things that keep you outside. Yeah.
Okay, and definitely a discipline as well.
Yeah, discipline is key. Discipline and respect is key. Yeah.
Listen, Nati, we're taking a quick break, but we're coming right back because I want to dive deeper. Because there's something I always wonder about that I see happening on social media all the time. Folks, we're taking a quick break and we'll be right back.
Today we go mash it up. 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 You can't stop your unstoppable. You can't move your unmovable. You can't move your unmovable. You can't break the unbreakable. You can't break the unbreakable.
Real bad man drink from the calabash.
But let me tell you something. I just this minute trying to come back with that, but I was like, am I saying it right? Let me ask him about that and listen, you just bring it. This real man drink rum from the calabash.
From the calabash, yes.
Tell me
well,
where that come out.
He was real jab, you know. He was real jab. Yeah, but I think the Grenadian, jab is a real Grenadian thing, and we is Posey. Is Posey with us drink. So we changed the name and put the real man drink from the calabash.
Everywhere I go, I'm walking through the mall. That is the new slang, real man drink rum from the calabash.
Everybody have a calabash.
Listen, if you have a calabash tree, guard it with your life,
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? And something what happened, right? It creates an opportunity for people because a lot of people selling it now, and it become a big thing. Back in the days, everybody used to have the calabash, you eating in it, you know what I mean, and then it go out of style. And right now, I see since after the real man drink rum from the calabash, everybody's selling it, they designing. So if you all want to get all your calabash.
Yeah. Listen, I like the trend. I like when it's local. I like when those things happen because there's that pride, there's that nationality kind of thing. People are excited about it. Listen, let me ask you about this rivalry. How real is the rivalry? Because let me tell you something. We live in a social media world, and I see it myself. And sometimes I think the fans go a little overboard, but part of me like it too because it keeps that energy there. Yeah. But sometimes I have to say, Lord, please let this don't go overboard. And then sometimes being in the arena and being a former CEO, I see bacchanal happening on Facebook, but then backstage I see all you.
We good.
Together.
Listen, right? When it comes to the rivalry, Boise and I, it's a main. So it's bad squad was Swiss. That's the main part of rivalry. I think it was something like before he had the Papa Jerry and Talpri, but he wasn't really in competition side. But we bring it to the competition. So me and Boise is so cool. We're so close that Boise will call me and say, "Oi, brother, I'm gonna blast you today,
Oh shit.
So I'll wake up, I'll say, all right, bro, again in the morning I will come for you, and I will go up in the morning, but this is to keep the relevance around and the people a little more around tuning. You know what I mean? It will help with his fete, it will help with my event, it will help with Soca Monarch and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But we backstage, we real good on stage. We real good on social media. We'll give one another real talk.
Listen, I see it all the time. And I like the fact that there is that mutual respect.
But the thing is that not every artist would understand to do it too. A lot of artists are sketch feelings. You know it is. I mean, not everybody could take talk. Not everybody know how to give somebody a talk that wouldn't offend them and make them feel bad. So, but boys, is a whole different person. He's a king. He understand. He understand how to take talk, how to lose. Not everybody understand how to lose. Now, you understand where I'm coming from, boys. He's a good one in that. He this year, right? He came out. He say, boss, I really missing all in competition. The competition is not the same without all. It's not the same. It's all you need to come back. I'm going to come out in 25. So I tell him I'm going to come in 25 just for him. You understand?
Definitely, because I'm going to tell you, as a patron, we miss that energy. Forget about the competition. We miss that. I don't even know how to describe it. There's a certain energy when you hear Worse Ways, okay? Because I hate to say it, because I like to protect the fence and everything, but there's that mashup kind of everybody just that euphoric thing when you hear Worse Ways. You're ready to party.
It's mass.
and we love the build up, because often you guys are not singing one after the other, so the fans get that whole. Listen, that's why Soca Mona great,
Yeah, definitely. I think Soca Mona right now missing that right now. That way, somebody I'm ready to go at the king. Nobody in Soca Mona. Everybody here moving like if my partner is the king still, which is a good thing for him. So he put boys in a space where he already either first or second, because nobody ain't watching nobody else. In my time in Soca Mona, if it's Terra is the king, I'm going at Terra. I don't go at nobody else. I don't need to go to nobody else. But no, everybody go at Boyo. I think the only reason he back broad enough and he could take that kind of talk and that kind of vibe, So.
And like they forgetting Terra is the king.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going reaching that level. So I watching this.
Yeah, but Terra is 2-time back-to-back king.
It's back-to-back monarch, and the sad thing is that only boy is only boys.
You see it, but listen, I guess that also has to do with his reputation, because you can look at it both ways,
I think his reputation too is a main factor in that too, basically, because when you're in competition and you don't hear the boys eat, it's just don't feel like a competition no more, If I'm in competition and just like he came out to me this year and say it's not nice without us, you know what I mean? Like if I'm in competition and he not there, I ain't feeling good. It's like it ended too, Yeah. Competition is about him. We circle around him and Mr. Killer. And then we have a Terra Kid now. You know what I mean? But yeah.
And we have a lot of upcoming, but listen, I was watching the prelims, and there was a lot of criticism for a lot of the young artists. And some of it justifiably, and some of it not, because we all start somewhere. Give me your thoughts on that.
My take on the prelims, right? Basically, I just think we shouldn't showcase all these people on the prelims, right? Take for instance, right? We used to say judging by the CD was a hard thing, and it was bad because every artist want to showcase, and they want to make sure that people could see. But it's a bad thing for us looking in from the outside, when we might just get an artist that might just be more. The artists that get hype in a prelim is not the artists that really going hard. It's more the comedians than which is a sad part for the diaspora and the people and the foreigners, like who want to come in. They might be watching a thing and they say, that is what Grenadians just sing, just because of, you know what I mean? They might watch watching it from this angle. Watching it from this angle, they might be like, That is what the things. It makes sense coming no more. You know what I mean? It might just be that is on that side. But if for the Grenadians now and the artists themselves, it's a good way to showcase them. But for me, I just think we're supposed to just break down that to 30 or to whatever, and we just start moving. You know what I mean? That's for me. I think that's the only way we could get all these criticism, all this movement out of the way. You know, that's the only way.
Listen, I'm in total agreement. I'm also one that like the fact that we're not judging via CD, because in this world of technology, you and I both know a man singing sweet on the CD, and when you give him a mic, you want if it's the same person.
Yeah.
The all the voice thing and all the thing you could.
Yeah, they remember when you're in studio, they treat your voice, they do everything, and that's the next thing again. So the younger artists now, they need to come out of that flanger and stuff like auto tunes and stuff. It's harder to get out on the international market when you don't song like yourself.
Okay.
You need to song like yourself, like, you know. When people see me, they know this. They know it. They go and get that. You understand it? So when I reach on the stage, I'm gonna song like the person that was on the CD or on the track. You know, that's what we need that too. The young artists here need that. I think that is something we lacking. We need more workshops too. In Grenada need workshops for the soca artists, not the young ones, because the young ones coming up in the junior soca monarch and they're coming up really good, and they're gonna take over in a while, maybe in a few years. But the artists that you have a generation gap within our time and the time now with Looney Spark and Electrify and them doing that thing right now, and then the Black Adam and them doing that. So he had a time in Grenada when he had no workshops, no nothing, and then so we have a set of people that clinging on to everything that goes on around the Caribbean. So if Bouillon come, we just jump on Bouillon. We don't know how to keep what we have because we never had workshops and stuff on it, which is an important thing for Grenada with the jab music, especially performing. We just need workshops right now. That is the best thing I can see right now for all this whole thing. We need workshops.
Listen, I agree with you, but listen, I have a question. And let me try to find the right way to say it. There's unity when we're drinking rum from the calabash.
Yep.
But as an organization, I have seen many attempts to put the organization together, because to me, if there is a soca fraternity organization, a lot of the training, because I know we're depending on Spice Mass, we're depending on the cultural foundation, we're depending on government to put a lot of these things in place. But I think if we're able to come together as a body, that we could facilitate a lot of these things as well. There are a lot of artists don't even know how to copyright their music. Yep. And I remember once as CEO, I had a meeting to bring the artists together to discuss a lot of these things, and I was frightened, boy. I was so frightened that them artists go rip me apart. But I sat down there at the table and I watched them fighting among themselves. I
understand.
I don't understand it. Where's your take on coming together? Is it the competition that's spoiling that?
So competition plays a part, but every job, right, has a way that when you come in down, if it's like a 100 meters dash, or if I want to say that, it's like it's gonna be very few like managers or artists. Let me see. I want to use artists or athletes that are gonna tell you their technique to make you beat them.
True.
You understand? It's basically few artists you don't get that are going to show other artists that rope here to go through. This is a way to go through. Don't go down that road. Few artists you don't get to do that. Few athletes you don't get to do this. It's just in the same way of. It's the same way of like an athlete running at 100 meters or playing football, and you don't want nobody else to take your space. That's how it is, you know? Yeah. That is what causing these type of energies with artists and, you know, and entertainers.
But a lot of the young artists, a lot of the artists are suffering because there's no medium to guide them, even from the simple thing as a man calling you to make a booking. You know, what it is you should charge fairly based on where you are in the food chain, or you know what you should expect, what time to show up, discipline, a
Yeah.
lot of these things.
Well, I have this song. I don't want to. The song is Feed Us Carnival Knowledge. It's FUCK. It's Feed Us Carnival Knowledge, right? I have this song that I wanted to put out this year, right? It's basically talking about getting people like Marshall and them to come to these small islands to speak on carnival and speak on music. Like, so this song is about that. It's basically close to a calypso. You know, yeah. I think by next year, when it come around, if I have a right team, we might be able to start doing not only just how bringing people to a event to make money, but basically go, as you say, the workshops, trying to educate them more. We going by next year, we going to try. I personally going to be a part of that too. You know, from being around. It's how much artists want to have. We have an ego. Artists have an ego too. So it's how much artists want to come out and say, well, all right, I want to learn something. So much of us and DJs, you know. So it's a sad situation with that, but I think workshops is the only thing we could do right now.
Yeah, because listen, I've been part of a group. You know, Alma Boy. I remember Alma Boy, Juice, Mandela Links. A lot of these guys approached me and you know, trying to put this association together, not to stifle anybody in competition, but to empower artists. But for some reason, partner, it just ain't getting off the ground.
Yeah, artists, the 100 meters dash, it's real hard for them. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Definitely. You know,
I
and
think,
as you mentioned,
in a case like that, Cook,
uh-huh.
we just need somebody to stand for the artists, you know. But the artists don't really, we don't come together. Look at this, right? I was trying to do this really for Karikou. We have reached out to all the artists, and we're gonna do an event, so we can help people like Mr. Golden and the people that lose, the artists and them that had a hard time in the storm, you know. And we could, as artists, we could try to help one another, and you know what I mean. So we get a new way, and we have a foundation. We formed that way that anything happen with one of your fellow friends, we can always help, and everybody just back out. So you know, so it's a hard thing, it's a tough part. Yeah, it's a hard thing.
Listen, let me take a quick break, and when we come back, your final thoughts on a few things and the season. Folk, we're taking a quick break. We'll be right back with the man himself, Nati.
The heart and soul of Spice Mass at the Grenadian Traditional Mass Festival on Saturday, July 27th at Hero Square, Victoria in St. Mark. Join us from 3 p.m. and witness the spectacular cultural display of the various traditional mass bands such as Vehicle, Shortney, Wild India, Jab Jab, and Maypole dancers with vibrant costumes, infectious music, and unforgettable cultural tradition. Bring your family and friends to enjoy an afternoon filled with excitement and heritage. Your presence is not just a visit, but a contribution to the preservation of our rich Grenadian culture. The Traditional Mass Festival, commencing 3 p.m. Hero Square, St. Mark. See you there. Saturday, 27 July. This event is sponsored by Grenlec.
Today we go mash it up. 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 You can't stop your unstoppable. You can't move your unmovable. You can't move your unmovable. You can't break the unbreakable. You can't break the unbreakable.
I don't know if we're live. I think we had some technical difficulties. But welcome back to the Wake Up Club, folk. Of course, I'm chatting with the man himself, Nati, we're talking Spice Mass, we're talking Carnival, we're talking culture, we're talking all kind of things. Nati, I have a question for you. Okay? Now,
I'm here.
I'm hearing you. You hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Somehow Nati get muted. I don't know what happened
Can you hear me now?
there.
You hear
Nati,
me?
you hearing me? I can hear
I
you.
hear you, but I don't know.
Nati, I think you might have to log out and come back in. Log out quickly and come back in.
All right, good.
Yes, folks, definitely you tuned into the Wake Up Club. We're having a little technical difficulty. Sometimes the internet doesn't always work how you want it to, but we as humans do. Definitely. Nati, you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You hear me now?
But I'm not hearing Nati. Something with
You not hearing
Nati
me?
audio again has transpired. We've been having that since morning. Definitely had to figure out what's going on with the link. But definitely, folk, you have a question. I want your thoughts on how we could get this association together. For the artists out there that are tuning in, shoot us a line. Let us know what we can do to get you guys united. As Nati said, training is important. Discipline is important. Management is important. Understanding the craft, copyright, how to protect yourself, how to protect your music. There's so much that a lot of these young artists, even some of the old artists that out there, still don't know. I'm not sure if we got the audio rectified yet. So let's take a quick break and see if we can rectify it within the break, and we'll be right back.
You call me to it's the level, high the level, raise the level, up it, up it.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
You call me to it's the level, high the level, raise the level, up it.
The heart and soul of Spice Mass at the Grenadian Traditional Mass Festival on Saturday, July 27th at Hero Square, Victoria in St. Mark. Join us from 3 p.m. and witness the spectacular cultural display of the various traditional mass bands such as Veco, Shortney, Wild India, Jab Jab, and Maypole dancers with vibrant costumes, infectious music, and unforgettable cultural tradition. Bring your family and friends to enjoy an afternoon filled with excitement and heritage. Your presence is not just a visit, but a contribution to the preservation of our rich Grenadian culture. The Traditional Mass Festival, commencing 3 p.m. Hero Square, St. Mark's. See you there. Saturday, 27 July. This event is sponsored by Grenadian.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Once you get rid of that.
Ensure that your outfit on point, no matter if it's what you're wearing, whatever you think. That is what we're talking about. You just be and just show up. All you have to do is just show up. Just show up. Just show up.
Here we go. Yeah. Aye. Hey, I ain't here to the middle of the streets, and the girl looking sweet. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I could do this again and again from the start to the end. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. What make the carnival nice so? What make the carnival sweet so? What make the dance to the tempo? Soca and calypso. What make the carnival nice so? What make the carnival sweet so? What make the carnival nice, nice, nice?
Folks, of course, welcome back. My apologies for the technical glitch. It's a jab that causing that, Slum just seem to be bombarding my phone with all kind of thing. He maybe want me to say something, but I'll call him after to find out what it is. Listen, I had to ask this question. I tried to ask it last week, and the internet again was giving problems. Listen, friendships is break up, marriages break up, work relationships is break up. What's the glue that holds you and Thunder together? I had to ask that. What's the glue?
Cool. You hear me? You hear me there?
I'm hearing you.
All right. So listen, right? Thunder and I, right? We family too, right? So we family, and also best friends, right? So everywhere I walk in my life, from breweries to bakery to everything we did that together,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything. I think you see that loyalty and trust, respect.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. I think these are the things that keep us together, and God is there to just make sure He guide us in every step that we take. But
Definitely.
loyalty and respect for each other. That's where we strong.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're missing a lot in the world right now is respect, and not just the word respect, because we're living in a world where everybody feeling disrespected, but they don't understand the true essence of what respect is.
Definitely.
Listen, we almost out of time. Okay, you are I want to say veteran because veteran has a kind of old connotation.
Old thing. I'm young and I'm a vet.
You know what I mean? But you are a master in terms of the music and soca and culture and everything in general. What advice would you give? Parting advice now for young and upcoming artists.
Well, one thing I could tell you, young and upcoming artists, basically from me, is to try and educate yourself in the craft, to learn more about it, learn more about the music industry, because not only just singing, it's basically a whole business for yourself where you could do so much more in terms of merchandising, in terms of you have a lot. Believe in yourself. Number two is believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. And just try to go at the goal. Reach out to me when they could reach out to me for any advice at any time. That's the next thing I have to say too. Yeah.
Okay, listen. Before we wrap up, we have an event coming up, a signature event. What's
Wasfed?
Tell us where, when, how, who we could expect to see there.
So, Wasfed this year we bring in Miami Beach tomorrow month, which is the edition this year. The tickets right now are running real fast. I don't understand what happened. All of a sudden, all the tickets just started to get up and just run now. We have 2 international acts. So we already put up Nati from Trinidad, the one that's from Vinci. He sings start with Skinny Fabulous. He has the canoe. And then we have a surprise one coming here in a while. We're going to bring out his poster soon. And then the local cast. Well, we have a very good local cast. You know what I mean? A very so you're going to see all we friends. All the artists is my friends. So you're going to see all the friends. And this year experience going to be more mass than everything else. So it's going to be mass. because carnival, and we're going to try to create more mass than even like they gonna see. We just start getting toys. So we have a lot of toys just coming, like the stuff for Miami, and it's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be a nice thing for everybody to come out and witness. And we hope this year we bring it back down to the carnival though, because now the diaspora and the visitors, I think there is a time when they're coming into, so at least they can experience St. David's. St. David's, and not only the stadium, they could come up St. David's and see what's happening on that side too. And well, as you know, it's the 4th of August. Going into the Monday, which is the holiday.
No excuse.
Which you're gonna add,
No excuse.
So you go be a real mass at that point.
If you want to emancipate yourself, it's the time to emancipate yourself for sure.
Yeah, we might bring in the night with Thank God It's Monday, because we have this song called TGIM. We might just bring in the Monday with that song and create something around it. We have a surprise around it too. So this is gonna be good. It'll be really, really nice.
Well, listen, definitely. Anybody that complaining they are feeling the energy, if you want to create that, if you want to get that energy, make sure you're at Westfest, okay? You definitely had to be at Westfest if you want that energy. But I think after Groovy last night, nobody can complain they don't feel in the carnival energy. That is a talk that had to go out the door.
As one thing I wanted to ask, right? How can we pick 10 songs from 15 great songs? Oh, you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm not saying we should add more to the list, but there will be a lot of songs now that good songs that are not gonna be playing no more, because competition has killed a lot of things in different ways what people don't see. So you have a lot of songs that are going to go out now because they're gonna keep the finalists, and you know what I mean. So, but it has some great songs in the groove this year, and a few might just get left out of the movement.
Well, let me really hope that it happens, because I heard some great music, you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. But so I don't know how we pick 10 out of it, but you know, at least they might have to do something for the others. But you know.
Well, listen, I think a lot of the competition. The funny thing about it is that sometimes we do the same thing the same way every year and expect to get different results. And as time is evolving and the culture is evolving, the competition has to evolve as well. Okay? Because we have a lot of great music out there. So sometimes we have to go back to the drawing board and find the best way, you know.
Well, I told one of my artist friends that this morning. He didn't make it, you know. Happy Boy, I think he was really good. I watched his performance, you know. I think he's coming up very well. And he had this post, you know, that he wouldn't take part in competition again and whatever. So I went out on that, and you know, I come out and I say, you just need to go back to the drawing board and just check your score sheet, see where you fall short, and then next year just come again. You can make these things break you, you know. That's just how life is. And I hope all the artists that didn't make the finals, I hope they see it in that form too. And the artist tonight, because I'll get some trouble on Facebook today. So the artists are them tonight. I wish them all the best, you know what I mean, no matter what, to go at Terra Kid Crown. And I hope they come out tonight and give us a good show like last night. Because that's going to be a problem if they don't give us a good show like last night.
Definitely. Listen, I don't need parting words, because that's the best advice that anybody could give them, those that going in competition today, and those that felt a little disenchanted about not making it to the finals. The fact that you make it to the semis, just, you know, take the little advice, look at your score sheet. You know?
Kirk, every time me and Thunder didn't make a finals, every time, even when we make the finals and make the semi-finals, we always go. Remember Thunder and I always coming for with score sheet?
Yes.
Always come for the score sheet. We want to see where to improve and see where to go, so we can know what to do to beat the king, or to at least get space in the finals. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think the artists need to go on that.
The problem is you have to have a teachable heart, because some of them artists will come and get the score sheet, but regardless what they don't believe,
Well, they want to judge themselves, maybe.
Exactly, and that's the problem. Because listen,
Yeah,
loyalty, respect, having the right business acumen, but also having a teachable heart. That knowing for yourself that there's, no matter how far you reach, that there is a teachable moment in everything is the right
definitely,
thing to set you apart.
definitely,
Listen,
definitely.
I really appreciate you for joining us on the Wake Up Club. You know, we
Yeah, man.
definitely happy that you joined us this morning. It was a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge, and enough respect. Thank you
Yeah,
to
man.
you.
Yeah, man. Same to you, man. Bless up to the team. Bless up to the right along team. You know what I mean? All you better get me to do a drop for you. You know what I mean?
I know Junior listening, so I hope he go call you. You know, he go call you.
Yeah, you need to
Listen,
call me, my friend.
yeah, definitely, folks. Thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Club this morning. We
Yeah,
go
man.
iron out them
And
little
make sure
technical.
Grenada know. Make sure Grenada know. Real drink rum from
Rum
the
from the
calabash.
calabash. You know, definitely, folks.
Thank
We
you
gonna
for having
fix
me, man.
all the internet issues and the gripes. But listen, I know you
That is
have
why next time
choices.
use flow internet, eh? Next
What?
time. So next time. I'm a good. Let me stop advertising.
That's okay, man. It's the platform. Everybody welcome. Everybody welcome.
Yeah,
Folks,
man.
thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Club. Listen, you see my dog getting the excitement. You see me happy and she want to join the happiness. Thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Club. It's a fantastic Friday. Have a fantastic day. We're going to see you on Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye.
Today we go mash it up. 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 You can't stop the unstoppable. You can't move the unmovable. You can't move the unmovable. You can't break the unbreakable. You can't break the unbreakable.
The heart and soul of Spice Mass at the Grenadian Traditional Mass Festival on Saturday, July 27th at Hero Square, Victoria in St. Mark. Join us from 3 p.m. and witness the spectacular cultural display of the various traditional mass bands such as Vehicle, Shortney, While in there, Jab Jab, and Maypole dancers with vibrant costumes, infectious music, and unforgettable cultural tradition. Bring your family and friends to enjoy an afternoon filled with excitement and heritage. Your presence is not just a visit, but a contribution to the preservation of our rich Grenadian culture. The Traditional Mass Festival, commencing 3 p.m. Hero Square, St. Mark. See you there. Saturday, 27 July. This event is sponsored by Grenadian.
Today. Located inside Rider Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant. Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersadbike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.